right, Kaylee. I'm concerned about your progress in interpreting one, considering what your work is on this particular presentation. And it's not just this presentation, it's I'm not seeing you improving and progressing. Small increments, but there's some real foundational issues that I have with sign production. You've got the 5 parameters of your sign: your hand shape, palm orientation, movement, speed, and I can't remember what the 5th one is. I apologize. So basically, when I watch your signs, excuse me just a minute. Okay, let's take that back. When I watch your signs, what I am seeing is that, making sure I got these right, non-manual markers, of course, that's the last one. Hand shape, palm orientation, location, movement, and non-manual marker. This one I'm not as overly concerned about because we're just now getting to where we're going to talk about that, not next week, but the following week when Mrs. Grona comes in to teach. But these should be down: your shape, orientation, location, and movement. Your hand shape is getting better. That's where I see your improvement. Palm orientation is better for many, not all, but many of your signs. But movement and location is still not there. Of these 5 elements, if one of them is off, the sign is not correct. But if you have 2 of them that are off, then you just have a wrong sign. And that is my concern. I don't know, because I'm not there. I don't know how you practice. I don't know if you're practicing in front of a mirror, I'm pulling up your video again. If you're practicing in front of a mirror or not. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's not wanting to move over. All right. If you're watching your videos, I don't see that you watched this video. This particular project, we had several class periods where we took lab in order for you guys to work on projects, whether it was this one or your group project. I do not remember you coming and asking me questions about this project. What's the sign for? How would you sign this concept? How would you set this up? Now, just last week, when we were doing our last in-class project day for your group project, you did that several times. You came and, right there when we were working in lab and wanted to know how to do things. And that worked out really well. At least I'm hoping it did for you. So I'm going to walk you through the video here, and let's stop through, and I'll try and show you specifically what the problem is. There are signs, or there are words that you are finger spelling that have signs to them. There are words that should have been maybe finger spelled and then set up, like, your cities, and there's another one in here. Oh, things like population. There are signs for those. And those are things that should have been researched and incorporated and picked up when you were working on this project. There's not a lot of ASL in this. I see it's very much direct English. Some of your signs are English signs. They're not even, I'll show you what I'm talking about, but they're completely conceptually incorrect. Things like founding. The school was founded, not founded. This is fine, like I found my lost pencil. There was one other that's in there that we'll cover in just a second as I'll find it. So give me a moment. Okay, I'm not sure what this was supposed to be, that it was started or okay, we've talked about this several times in class, but here when you are finger spelling Delvin, it needs to be on your mouth as well. There, population. Okay, that's one of those times when preparation should have been more obvious. Your number should be smoother than that. Good. There's a sign for Milwaukee. Okay, I think what you're trying to say there is serving children. They started serving students. Serving. Palm orientation is wrong and the movement is wrong. This is serving. Okay, this is a person. This is a school or a place. Okay, I'm assuming you meant this means enrollment, but that's not correct. Okay, so 213, 2009. You've given me a lot of numbers and a lot of finger spelling, but what's the relationship between that? Why are you telling me that? So this and those aren't legitimate signs. Nice. Hall. Okay, I'm not what that is. And this is not a sign. Okay, daycare, I'm assuming, but that's not what you signed. This is like to look at something like I'll look forward to that. If you're talking about daycare, that's not this. Okay, very English. Okay, watch how you finger spell this just now. Let me get this. I've got something in the way here. Okay, right there. Let me back it up a little bit further. FIREBIRD. That's what was just on your mouth. That should not have been going through your head. It should have been fire bird. Did it again. Okay, you needed some kind of a transition because you finger spelled Phoenix and then you went right into George. Phoenix, George. it needed to be, then you're finished talking about that. Then you tell me, for Wisconsin School for the Deaf, one of their famous alumni, which is a sign that could have been researched, alumni is who? And then you give me his name. You set it up before you give me the detail. Okay,